The 16th century was an age of unprecedented discovery and exploration. European powers, driven by a thirst for wealth, knowledge, and glory, embarked on daring voyages across uncharted seas. They sought new trade routes to the east, hoping to break the monopoly of the traditional land routes controlled by the Ottoman Empire. These expeditions led to the rediscovery of ancient civilizations and the mapping of vast territories previously unknown to the Western world. The world map in the 16th century was a testament to both human curiosity and ambition. The Americas, recently revealed to Europeans, were slowly taking shape on the map, their vast interiors yet to be fully explored. This era of exploration would forever alter the course of history, leading to the rise of global empires, the exchange of goods and ideas, and the collision of cultures. European monarchs saw in these voyages an opportunity to expand their empires, control lucrative trade routes, and amass wealth from newly discovered lands. This insatiable appetite for power and riches would have profound consequences for the indigenous populations encountered by European explorers, leading to exploitation, conquest, and the displacement of entire civilizations. The discoveries of the 16th century ignited a new era of globalization, connecting distant corners of the world in unprecedented ways. At the forefront of this age of exploration were two Iberian powers, Portugal and Spain. These nations, sharing the Iberian Peninsula, possessed a long and rich maritime tradition. Portugal, under the visionary leadership of Prince Henry the Navigator, had taken an early lead in exploration. Portuguese mariners, with their advanced navigational skills and innovative ship designs, had established a strong presence along the western coast of Africa. Meanwhile, Spain, under the rule of Queen Isabella I and King Ferdinand II, was also eager to stake its claim in the New World. Christopher Columbus's momentous voyage in 1492, funded by the Spanish crown, led to the European discovery of the Americas. This discovery opened up a new frontier for exploration, conquest, and colonization, igniting a fierce rivalry between Spain and Portugal for control of these newly found lands. The discoveries of Columbus created a dilemma for the two Iberian powers. Both Spain and Portugal claimed ownership of the newly discovered lands, leading to tensions and the potential for conflict. To avert a clash between two Catholic nations, Pope Alexander VI intervened, hoping to maintain peace and order in the rapidly expanding world. In 1494, Spain and Portugal signed the Treaty of Tordesillas. This agreement, brokered by the Pope, aimed to divide the non-European world between the two powers. It drew a north-south line down the Atlantic Ocean, granting Spain exclusive rights to lands west of the line and Portugal to lands east of it. The Treaty of Tordesillas, while intended to prevent conflict, had significant limitations. It was based on the limited geographical knowledge of the time. The Treaty of Tordesillas, while intended to divide the non-European world between Spain and Portugal, contained a critical ambiguity. The treaty did not specify whether the line of demarcation established in the Atlantic Ocean extended to the other side of the globe. This ambiguity became a point of contention as both powers continued their explorations eastward, eventually reaching the Spice Islands or the Moluccas in Southeast Asia. Portuguese explorers, having sailed east around the southern tip of Africa, reached the Moluccas first, establishing trading posts and claiming the islands for Portugal. Spanish expeditions, sailing westward across the Pacific Ocean, also reached the Moluccas, asserting their own claim based on the Treaty of Tordesillas. The arrival of both Spanish and Portuguese expeditions in the Moluccas led to a clash of empires. Each power accused the other of violating the Treaty of Tordesillas, leading to tensions, skirmishes, and a race to establish dominance in the lucrative spice trade. Section 5. Diplomatic Maneuvering. The Road to Zaragoza. The dispute over the Moluccas, a group of islands in present-day Indonesia, brought Spain and Portugal to the brink of conflict. Both nations considered the islands vital to their ambitions for control of the spice trade. Recognizing the need for a resolution, the two kingdoms engaged in diplomatic negotiations. These talks, aimed at preventing a costly war, sought to clarify the vague language of the Treaty of Tordesillas. The goal was to definitively divide the globe, establishing clear boundaries for future exploration and trade. The negotiations were complex and fraught with challenges, Both sides defended their claims vigorously, citing interpretations of the Treaty of Tordesillas and presenting evidence based on their explorations. Section 6. The Treaty of Zaragoza, 1529, Terms and Provisions. The Treaty of Zaragoza, signed in 1529, emerged as a solution to the ongoing dispute between Spain and Portugal over the Moluccas. This agreement, a testament to the power of diplomacy, sought to prevent further conflict and establish a more definitive division of the non-European world. The treaty's key provision involved the establishment of a new line of demarcation, this time located in the Pacific Ocean. This line, drawn 297.5 leagues east of the Moluccas, effectively placed the islands under Portuguese control. In exchange for recognizing Portugal's claim to the Moluccas, Spain received financial compensation from Portugal. The Treaty of Zaragoza included provisions for future discoveries, stipulating that any new lands discovered east of the line would belong to Portugal, while those discovered west of the line would fall under Spanish dominion. Section 7. A World Divided. The impact of the treaty on global exploration and trade. The Treaty of Zaragoza, alongside the earlier Treaty of Tordesillas, had a profound impact on global exploration and trade. These agreements, dividing the non-European world between Spain and Portugal, shaped the course of colonization and influenced the destinies of countless people across the globe. For Spain, the treaty solidified its control over vast territories in the Americas. This control led to the establishment of a sprawling empire, stretching from Mexico to the southern tip of South America. Portugal, with its claim to the Moluccas secured, consolidated its control over the lucrative spice trade. Portugal's empire, focused on coastal regions in Africa, Asia, and South America, was built on trade, missionary work, and the exploitation of natural resources. Section 8. Colonial Legacies, the Treaty of Zaragoza, and the Shaping of Empires. The Treaty of Zaragoza, though intended to prevent conflict between Spain and Portugal, had far-reaching consequences that extended far beyond the intentions of its signatories. It shaped the course of global colonization, influenced the development of empires, and left an indelible mark on the cultural and linguistic landscapes of the world. The treaty's division of the non-European world between two European powers had a profound impact on the indigenous populations of the Americas, Africa, and Asia. It facilitated the conquest, colonization, and exploitation of vast territories and their inhabitants. The transatlantic slave trade, fueled by the demand for labor on plantations in the Americas, led to the forced migration of millions of Africans, tearing apart families and societies. The Treaty of Zaragoza also contributed to the spread of European languages, religions, and cultures throughout the world. Section 9. The enduring significance of the Treaty of Zaragoza, from historical context to modern relevance. The Treaty of Zaragoza, signed over 5 centuries ago, might seem like a distant historical event with little relevance to the modern world. However, its legacy continues to resonate today, serving as a reminder of the enduring impact of colonialism, the complexities of international law, and the importance of understanding history's influence on the present. The treaty's division of the world between two European powers, based on their own ambitions and without considering the perspectives or rights of the indigenous populations, raises important questions about sovereignty, self-determination, and the legacy of colonialism. It highlights the ways in which historical injustices continue to shape the political, economic, and social landscapes of many countries. Section 10. Territorial disputes in the 21st century, echoes of the past. The Treaty of Zaragoza, despite its age, continues to hold relevance in the 21st century, not only as a historical artifact, but also as a lens through which to view contemporary issues. It serves as a stark reminder of the enduring impact of colonialism and the ongoing struggle for territorial rights and sovereignty in many parts of the world. Echoes of the treaty's division of the world can be seen in modern-day territorial disputes, many of which have their roots in colonial-era boundaries. From the South China Sea to the Arctic Circle, nations continue to assert their claims over disputed territories, often citing historical precedents and agreements as justification for their actions. Section 11, Conclusion, the Treaty of Zaragoza, a legacy of exploration, division, and the shaping of the modern world. The Treaty of Zaragoza, signed in 1529, stands as a pivotal moment in world history. It marked the culmination of a period of intense exploration, competition, and negotiation between Spain and Portugal, the two dominant maritime powers of the age. The treaty's division of the non-European world, though intended to prevent conflict, had far-reaching consequences that continue to shape the world today. The treaty's legacy is a complex one. It facilitated the rise of global empires, the exchange of goods and ideas, and the interconnectedness of the modern world. However, it also led to the exploitation, enslavement, and displacement of indigenous populations, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural and linguistic landscapes of the Americas, Africa, and Asia.